Let's keep it real. Hi, my name is Diana, and today, as I make this podcast, it's a very vulnerable day for me because, it's just one of those days when you get up and you think about life, you think about all your struggles, you think about everything that you're doing to put things right, and how every step you take, it feels like you're giving a huge punch right back into the wall. And then you struggle to come out of the wall and try to take another step, and then you make it, nobody's punching you, you take two more steps, you're excited, and just right there you find a ditch and you're falling right in again. I think that one of the craziest things in life is social media. And why did I say that? Yes, social media has opened a lot of opportunities, but social media never allows people to see their tears. Most people, and I mean everyone basically, nobody posts themselves crying on social media. Everybody waits until they have a nice, beautiful pictures, or they go to a perfect place. And I think social media is just the clear sense of the pressure that we have in life. And speaking about social media, today I want to talk about a post that I saw online and reacted to. And I want to use it as a baseline to also talk about a few things I have been through, and why I personally think and know that mental health discussion, which is talking about our mental wellness, is not a joke. Sometime last week, I saw a post by a comedian. I'm going to save the person's name. I know a few people would have seen this post. I saw a comedy skit by a comedian, a Nigerian comedian, which was tagged The Therapist. And basically, in this skit, the comedian was a therapist and had a patient who had anger management issues. And then in that skit, basically she appreciated the patient or the client and said, "Oh, in this part of the world, this is Africa, mental health issues are not taken seriously. So thank you for coming forward." And basically, I brought out this part because the first thing that mattered here was that she acknowledged that mental health issues are serious but not taken serious in this part of the world. And as much as I appreciated that line, which I do, I thought she was going ahead to give a storyline that would portray the importance of mental health discussion, of just discussing your general wellness mentally. She went ahead, and the story was wrapped around the patient, discussing about her breath as she, kept complaining about her breath. So on 2 occasions, she walked out of the session to go and, take care of her breath, where the patient was referring that she had the bad breath because she smelled like she had had fish. And then she would step out, take care of the breath, come back, apologize, and try to continue the session. And the patient was sincerely annoying. And if you are in the mental health space as a practitioner, you would know that, come on, mental. It's not normal people or stable people that are coming to you. And that's life generally. You must be able to handle everyone's level of intelligence, level of actions. So the long and short of this story is that the therapist in that skit lost her temper and then raised her voice. In fact, she displayed the exact thing the client came for, anger, and she displayed it in a very high pace. And the patient just sat there and didn't react. And I think she got back herself and then apologized to him and wanted to continue with the therapy session. And obviously, he was deliberate about annoying her, so he still continued to comment about her breath, and then he walked away from the session. And then there was countless comments about her reaction, and everything in the comment box was, oh, the therapists that even needed therapy, this therapy thing doesn't work, everybody has their own issues. Basically, the whole comment section just dropped the important role of therapists in the world at large, the importance of mental health talk, mental health engagement, mental wellness. She went from raising a cogent topic, which was mental health issues is important, it's good to come out and talk to people, to talk to professionals, to downplaying it to zero level. And for me, that's very painful. And it was painful in two levels. It was painful on a personal note. I was even disappointed at her, because this is a comedian who attempted suicide in 2008. She was all over social media talking about, how the only reason she's alive is because, she got help on time. And obviously she's been going through psychological help. She must have gone through sections and sections of therapy, if she's not even still going through it. How would someone who knows how important mental health issues are, mental wellness is, do a comedy skit in an attempt to just continue to have content and crack joke? How would someone like that downplay mental health issues? It is unfortunate. And for that reason, I started a hashtag online. Everything is not a joke, especially in Nigeria, where things are going wrong with our children. Our leaders are doing the wrong things. Kids are being kidnapped every day, and comedians are making a joke out of it. Everything is not a joke. As a child, before the age of 5, I was kidnapped. And trust me, that story is going to be another episode. I was kidnapped. And it wasn't a case of kidnapped and they dropped you along the road. No. I was taken to a room where a ritualist sat down there and was beheading the heads of all the kids in that room. I was in a queue with at least 15 children screaming and crying. And standing on that queue, I saw at least 5 kids' head beheaded. So no one should make a joke out of such an experience. Today, the Greenfield students that have been released, their parents have had to pay millions out of pockets. They would go home today, and I thank God for testimonies. I thank God for the celebration. I thank God for the spiritual thanksgivings. But nobody is going to be doing therapy for those children. And trust me, I'm not just speaking as a mental health advocate. I'm speaking as an adult that was kidnapped as a child, that watched kids being beheaded in front of her. And like I said, this full story, how I left that room and I'm alive today, I would say it one day. But I know that those kids need therapy. They need support. It doesn't mean that they are mad. It just means they've gone through a lot of trauma that shouldn't be swept under the carpet just because they've been released. And thank God they've been released. Another 200 children have been kidnapped. It is not funny. Not everything is a joke. We really need to stop this, especially in Nigeria. It is not funny. Post-traumatic stress disorder is real. People who are not even committing suicide from it or attempting suicide are living lesser lives that they could live. They are not living their lives in optimal because of post-traumatic stress disorders. They are scared, they are withdrawn, they have anxiety disorders, they have anger issues, and they're not going to be a useful part to society until we help them. Please, comedians,